Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for May the 14th, 2022. Now, last week, I figured this week I'd have some decisions to make. There'd be choices to be made, because we had both the Star Wars Day releases last week and the February portion of Mickey Mouse The Main Attraction that finally released in May. And both these things I feel have like a window of timeliness that you want to cover them as quickly as possible before anybody has no interest. Not that anybody has interest in these videos anyways, but I digress. So, what was I going to do? Would I do the Mickey Mouse stuff and let Star Wars Day go in another week beyond Star Wars Day? Or would I do Star Wars Day and let Mickey Mouse go another week out from that? And thankfully, ShopDisney made my decision for me by simply not delivering the Mickey Mouse stuff yet. So today we're going to look at the ShopDisney portion of my Star Wars Day haul. And ShopDisney on Star Wars Day was a bit more of an event they've been recently. Not like 2020. 2020 was a low bar that I feel like few companies have trouble getting over from this point on. Although, I do have faith in ShopDisney. But just a brief recap. I actually did a video on it. I don't remember exactly what I said in that video, but it probably wasn't very nice. But on that day, my wife had enough time to take her car to a dealership like 25 miles away, have it serviced, and drive back, pulling into the driveway before I was finally able to check out. So yeah, Star Wars Day 2020, not a good event. This year, much better. Much better, but still kind of my worst ShopDisney experience in a little bit. So, right before 7 o'clock, the queue opens up. I get in the queue. I wait in the queue. I'm like 16,000 in line. They have the little thing showing some of the items that are available, and their status is sold out or not sold out. And of course, the Ahsoka lightsaber hilts were gone well before I got in, which is fine. I wasn't really after those anyways. But what I was after, like one particular thing, and so I get in there, and merchandise was not displaying properly for me. All the stuff it was showing me was the stuff that they released at midnight. It wasn't showing me any of the 7 a.m. releases. And I had to keep reloading the screen to get it to show me something. And it would show me the new things, and I would, go into one and add it to my bag, because I'm on my phone, so there's unfortunately no quick way to just add to bag without having to go into the item first, which is, I feel, a big error on their part. But when I'd go back, none of the new items would be displaying again. So I go through this over and over, and you have 10 minutes to shop when there's a waiting room. You have 10 minutes to shop, and then it's going to boot you back out. I finally got everything into my cart. Unfortunately, it was right about 10 minutes, because when I went to check out, boop, back into the queue. All right, well, I am not happy about this. I am loudly not happy about this. But okay, we'll I guess take our chances. So I get through the queue again, second time through the queue, and what does it do? It doesn't just drop me back into the ShopDisney page. No. It opens the app and puts me in the queue again for a third time. And this is the kicker, and this is my own fault. I will definitely cop to this. I hadn't logged in to ShopDisney on the web browser before the waiting room opened up. So all the stuff in my bag wasn't in the app. Oh, isn't that fun? And during all of this, the big pin, the big $40 Bounty Hunters Star Wars Day pin, sold out. And it wouldn't let me add it back to my bag. So, angry and dejected, I did check out with the other things I was able to get. And you know what? All of those things were available like for days afterwards. Indeed, last time I checked yesterday, only one of the things I bought had sold out. Oh, isn't that fun? No, it's not. Yeah, all those things are still up there. Some things I bought just because I really didn't think they would, because they're the sort of things that they usually sell out pretty quickly and then never get back in. So yeah, it was overall not the best experience, but again, nowhere near as bad as ShopDisney has proven itself to be in the past. And the stuff's all here now, so I suppose we should take a look at it. Also, no giveaways. Where Lego Store had like 3 different giveaways, ShopDisney had not a bloody thing, although I guess the Star Wars Day key was a giveaway at ShopDisney UK, because that site's just run better than ours. But yeah, they just nickel and dime us. Didn't give us a single promo item for Star Wars Day. They did overdo the turning red key the next day, which, yeah, great. So, another $25 purchase, but that is for another video. So let's start with the bigger items. Those things are small, so we're gonna have to go down there for those. Let's start with the two big items. And these are things that I really did legitimately think would sell out, and they still haven't. And those are the Star Wars toy box sets. In particular, this one. I guess number 27, the Clone Trooper 2-pack. You got the 501st Clone Trooper and the Clone Shock Trooper. So until the release of the Ahsoka toy box figure, I haven't had any Clone Troopers. I haven't had any Clone Troopers, I haven't had any Stormtroopers, I have one Sith Trooper. But these things always just sell out so fast. So that's why I didn't wait. And I bought it on Star Wars Day, despite there, being no giveaway limit to get to. I really thought these things would be gone because, again, I've missed out on the Stormtrooper twice. I only have a Stormtrooper now because they packed one in with the most recent Boba Fett. So I jumped on it because I wanted to get the Clone Troopers, and eventually maybe I'll open them. But they're here. Yeah, these are still available. So I guess if you want to build up your Clone Trooper army, now's the chance. Maybe because the prices have gone up a little on these. I'm still, and I think I mentioned it in another video, I'm still a little annoyed that the Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch set costs $2 more for reissued figures with a couple little plastic glowy things on their hands. Costs $2 more than the Hydra Stomper, which I know you can't actually see because it's on that shelf that you can see his feet. The Hydra Stomper and Captain Carter 2-pack is $2 less than Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange. And that Scarlet Witch, that exact same Scarlet Witch figure, is still available as part of the WandaVision 2-pack for $15 less. You still get Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was released originally years ago and has been out of print ever since. But these were a little more reasonably priced. I don't remember how much they were. They're on the site still though, so you can go check them out. And yeah, sometime I'll open them, but that time's not today. And I did buy one other toy box set, and again, this one's almost dumber on my part because I already have half of the figures. I'm pretty sure 3 of the figures out of it, but it's Droids, and I have a thing for Droids, so yes, I bought the Droids 4-pack. I mean, not that you can really call those two figures on their own, but it comes with C-3PO, BB-8, D-O, and R5-D4, which I think is a weird choice. It's cool because that's the one in here I'm pretty sure I have D-O. I think he's in a figure that I've never opened. I think I have a Rey that I've never opened that has a D-O in it. But I don't have an R5. So that's ultimately why I gave in and bought it, despite the fact I do already have the exact same BB-8. Although one looks like maybe a little whiter, but that just could be because this has been out for a few years. And at least for one thing, is while I do have C-3PO, I have a slightly different C-3PO in that mine doesn't have the silver leg. So that's nice. It is, however, the exact same figure. I've done before videos comparing different versions of Boba Fett, and I think maybe the Mandalorian as well. I don't remember for sure on that one. I think so, though. But, so, it's not like I haven't bought duplicate figures before for a reason. And yeah, that's what I've done again. I've bought for a reason. It is, yeah, it's the exact same figure. At least with the Boba Fett, it was a slightly different sculpt. This is clearly not a different sculpt. This is the exact same sculpt. They've just given it the silver lower leg joint instead of a golden one. But still, I mean, they're nice sets. I really do, I want people to still remember why Toy Box exists, that it was a, kind of a continuation of the style of Disney Infinity. But they've released 2 more sets, like the next day, I think, maybe Friday, I don't know. I may have been around Mickey Mouse the Main Attraction. Maybe it was this week. I don't remember really at this point. But they released a couple other sets. They had the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a really nice one. I think I have the Rocket, and I think it's the only one I have out of those is Rocket. And then they released Thor and Loki, and it's the classic Loki. I have the MCU version of Loki, so again, tempting, but I mean, I spent $400 for Shop Disney last week, so I'm gonna wait and take my chances on those guys. But these are my toy box figure purchases. The only figures I bought, they didn't have any special Black Series figures this year. Instead, they went with those movie realization ones with the characters as samurai era characters. But for some reason, it's Kylo Ren and C-3PO, and no, absolutely not. Especially for $100. I'm pretty sure figures in that series sell for $80 at the anime show, where there's massive markup already, and you want to charge me $100. I will pass. Thank you. All right, so let's move on to the small things, the rest of the Star Wars Day haul, and maybe one special extra item. So, of course, you can't do anything on Shop Disney nowadays without a key. And here we have the 2022 edition of the Star Wars Day May the 4th Be With You key. We've gone with the Boba Fett theme this year. We got Boba there. Very kind of comic book looking Boba Fett there, which is definitely cool. I mean, it's not... It looks like something from like the old, what was it, Dark Horse comics? I think Dark Horse had it before Marvel, right? Well, I think Marvel had it first, and then Dark Horse had it, and whatever. I'm not a comic book historian. But I think the texturing on the D and the shaft there is kind of interesting, kind of giving a little bit of a worn look. Got the Star Wars Day logo there right above Star Wars on the key. But that's your basic special edition, because they all are Star Wars Day key. And last I looked, it was still available, which last time I looked was yesterday. So you can still get one if you want to. Yeah, the keys just don't seem as big a deal anymore as they used to be. Like, I noticed they even have the like the second wave of Marvel blind box keys and the Winnie the Pooh Easter keys have been on clearance sale. So yeah, I think people have had it with their blind box shenanigans, just because you don't get a good pull. You get like 5 of the same key, and it's not fun, and it's very expensive. $13 for a key. I think this one probably was 15 because, you know, it's Star Wars Day. And I believe I don't know if it's the exact same key or a slightly different key, but like the Shop Disney UK customers got these for free with purchase. But, you know, you gotta nickel and dime us here in the States. Gotta make that Disney magic, make the money disappear from our wallets. But still, it's a nice enough key. It'll go in the collection. I'm sure it'll be available till next Star Wars Day, because I want to say last year's Star Wars Day key is still available. So, you know, you have time to pick one up if you missed out so far, like if you want to wait and maybe see if the turning red code still works. It's Panda. And buy one now and get yourself a turning red key. Your choice. Now, from here on out, it's all pins. So we'll start off with this one. This one, I believe, is one that's still available. And they've done a thing that I dislike again, where they've put the plastic in it. I mean, they put the plastic, which I do like, but then they put the label in front of the pin, so you have to take it out of the plastic if you want to actually take a good look at it. Which, you know, I guess for the video, it's better to take out the plastic anyways, because it cuts down on the light glaring off of the plastic, and then it just like glares off the pin instead. So there is our Grogu limited release Star Wars Day 2022 pin. May the 4th be with you. Yeah, usually, you know, there's only like 1 or 2 pins. This year there's like 3 pins. There's 2 like small ones, and then 1 big one that was like the, you know, the limited, like the actual limited one. Because again, this one I believe is still available. It's a nice pin. The design's nice. You got Grogu. He's waving hello. Hello, Grogu. And then we have a kind of pin-on-pin thing going here with the second layer of the Star Wars Day logo stuck to the front. It is double pin back because it is a fairly hefty pin, largely due to being that second layer of metal there, it being, you know, again, as thick as the first, and about a quarter of the pin's whole body is covered with a second piece of metal. But it's nice. You have the twin suns in the background. It's just a nice little pin. And then, you know, they went kind of with a, I guess, you know, because of the popularity of Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, we did kind of have a focus on not just Mando and Fett, but, you know, bounty hunters in general. But yeah, we'll start with Grogu. Everybody loves Grogu. They can just mint money with Grogu because it's Grogu. Now our second pin, they did not leave in the plastic with a big sticker on the front. Unfortunately, they didn't do a very good job of protecting it at all, because as you can see, the corner of the card is bent and creased. So that's not repairable, at least not to my ability. But this one is got kind of that bounty hunter theming with a mix of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian. We have half of Din Djarin's helmet and half of Boba Fett's helmet. And again, pin on pin with the May the 4th be with you logo, which I'm guessing these were all just printed in bulk and then just stuck on the 2 different pins separately, not printed individually for them. But again, double pin back. This is the one that I believe is not available anymore. I believe when I checked yesterday, this pin had finally sold through. So if you didn't get this one, unfortunately, resellers are your only option, or just wait and see if they, you know, repost it, because that happens too. But yeah, it's a nice pin. I do like it. I know some people say that they didn't think the pins were very good this year, and I don't know. I mean, I think this is a nice pin. But then again, I like Boba Fett and Din Djarin, so maybe that's what they're counting on. Again, limited release. It's got the Disney Parks logo on it. It is, of course, a pin trading pin. We got those double Mickey backs there, because much like the Grogu pin, it is a pretty hefty little thing. I just wish the card hadn't gotten bent. They packaged it, I suppose, decently enough. They're doing this thing now where they put the wadded up brown packing paper in there, which is, you know, nice, better than having it like rattle around loose in the box. Unfortunately, they only put it on the bottom, so then they put everything on top of it, so anything that happens to the box from above still impacts the contents of the box. But this is the only thing that came in that box that had any damage on it, so I feel that's ultimately a pretty good showing on Shop Disney's part. So we have one more Shop Disney item today, but before we get to that, I found something from an old Star Wars Day, like pre-Shop Disney focus, that I thought we would just take a brief look at. And it's probably like the first year I bought anything on Star Wars Day is probably where this comes from. But it is an old Think Geek Star Wars Day pin. May the 4th be with you. Limited edition 3000. Remember Think Geek before GameStop bought it and destroyed it? I miss Think Geek largely because my bag of holding satchels came from there, and I really do need a replacement bag. If you know of a satchel, messenger bag, whatever you want to call it, of equivalent size to the old bag of holding, particularly that last version that was big enough to hold a square board game in, please let me know in the comments, because I desperately need one. My bag is absolutely falling apart. It's literally held together with metal carabiners and goodwill at this point. If you know of a satchel that is comparable to the bag of holding, please let me know in the comments below. But this was LE3000. Again, I think this is the first year I bought anything on Star Wars Day, because you got this pin for free. I think this was the year I may have bought the R2-D2 soy sauce dispenser, possibly the R2-D2 measuring set. I bought a few things from them over the years. I bought the R2-D2 that turns into measuring cups, the one that dispenses soy sauce. I bought the big, like the wall lamp of Han Solo and Carbonite. I bought a few things from them on Star Wars Days over the years. I know I have a BB-8 Think Geek Star Wars Day pin somewhere too, where the body actually rotates. But yeah, this is the one I was looking for something else. I found it in a drawer. As you can see, it's still in pretty good condition, but I don't know what year it's from. Unfortunately, they didn't put what year it's from, but yeah, it's just a nice basic R2-D2. I feel like it's of decent quality. I mean, I feel this is of similar quality to like our modern Star Wars Day pins. When you say it's about the same thickness, it doesn't feel cheap. It feels nice. It feels like a nice pin. It's double backed, but it's not Mickey backed because it wasn't like a pin trading pin. This might actually predate Disney owning them. There's not a lot of information. Because yeah, it still shows Lucasfilm, it doesn't show Disney. So this predates them ever being on Shop Disney. So just thought it was interesting. And since I'm doing Star Wars Day stuff, I thought we would look at a Star Wars Day item from the past. So we have one more Star Wars Day Shop Disney item to look at. And this one actually did sell out. It was, I mentioned in the beginning of this, that the Big Bounty Hunter pin, that I lost it when I got kicked out of the queue and got put through the queue 2 more times and had to re-add everything to my bag, and I lost the Big Bounty, the $40 one, the Big Bounty Hunter pin. And yeah, legitimately upset, because again, that was the only thing that wasn't available like for a week after. And so I'm ranting about it on Facebook, and I get an email from my wife showing that she managed to get it into her basket and check out, and it shipped first, but arrived last of all this stuff. But it is here. We do have it. The Big Bounty Hunter pin. And I feel it's really nicely packed. I mean, yeah, obviously I've already opened it and looked at it. But it came in a box similar to the other items. Big wad of paper under it. Nothing but tissue paper above it. Which, honestly looking at it, I don't know if that's going to be what the issue was or not. Because honestly, this box looks to be in pretty good shape. So maybe the issue happened before it ever got packaged. But I feel it was really nicely packed. So, it's in a shipping box, not an envelope, not a bubble mailer, not a plastic bag, but an actual box with padding, sort of. I mean, there was plenty of paper in there. It would have been nice if it had been gone around the item instead of just kind of haloing the item. But Maybe that's just me. But so it's in a box. You open the box, we have a little card to keep the tape from the packing from getting onto the actual box inside. Because inside is another package. We have, that's just the card from the other side. Put that back. Inside we have a sleeve. And inside that, finally, we do have our limited edition May the 4th be with you 2022 Star Wars Day Bounty Hunter Pin. Now, unfortunately, it did not come through without damage in that it got smushed. I don't know when it got smushed because this box, I don't really see any smushing. I guess you could, if you pushed on it like this, and maybe that's what happened, because this box doesn't show any damage. The box that came in doesn't show any damage. But this one, yeah, we have a little bend on the bottom, but a fairly pronounced bend and some creasing here on the top, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this was like the one thing I personally wasn't able to get. My wife picked it up like minutes later while I'm ranting on Facebook about my less than stellar experience. I mean, it was, I feel, a fairly soft rant, and that I did acknowledge that it still wasn't as bad as 2020. And when people said, Shop Disney couldn't have handled this worse, I'm like, oh no, they can and they have. No, this was actually, you know, pretty pleasant compared to some years. But yeah, we got our limited edition pin. Just lots of words on the back. I don't know how many pin back says because it is actually, well, I mean, the seal's coming up over here, but it is actually a sealed box. I'm not going to open it. We'll just look at it through the plastic as we have everybody's favorite, but largely unused bounty hunters. We have Dengar, Boba Fett, Bosk, IG-88. I believe that one's Zuckuss, right? And I don't remember his name. But if it helps my my geek credit all, I do have a minifigure of him handy, just, you know, right in the shelf behind me. So yeah, I don't remember his name. I know he's a robot, and I have an action figure. I think I actually have an action figure, like one of the 12-inch figures of him too. And yeah, I feel really dumb right now for not knowing what his name was. And I could of course just look it up and pretend I knew and edit this, but I'm not going to do that because I'm lazy. But we got some pin on pin going here. You can see it through the box, the large version of this Star Wars Day overlay on the center of the pin. And I like this one. I like the bounty hunters. I would love to see them do something more with these characters. I mean, I have like minifigures. I should have all of them, I think, at this point, because they released a bounty hunter pack that had these 4 in it, and he came with what did he come with? He came with something fairly like in the last couple of years. I think it might have been the Boba Fett Starship, honestly. I don't remember what he came with, but I know I have him. I just showed him to you. And of course, you know, Boba Fett, classic. And much like the key, we're going with very much like an old comic book style rendition of Boba Fett. In fact, is that the same? I think it may actually be the exact same drawing they've taken from there. Oh, maybe not. It looks like the hand is in a different position there. It looks like his arm is lower than it is in that one. But it does look like it could actually be the same drawing. But it's nice to get that kind of retro comic book art. And this is a huge, unwearable pin. This is a pin that's meant to stay in a box. Or maybe like if you had like a bounty hunter themed pin board, you could take it out and use that as like your centerpiece for it. I don't know. But this is going to stay in the box. It'll probably actually go back in the brown box to prevent it suffering any more damage like that. But you know, that's minor. At least the pin is fine. The pin's not damaged. And since the pin's not replaceable, that's ultimately the thing that I care about the most. And that's going to wrap us up for another week. That's another Star Wars Day in the history books. Another made-up holiday just to get us to spend money on things we don't really need, but, you know, we do really need. And yeah, but nothing really spectacular this year. I mean, the pins are nice. The key's a key. I mean, that's almost just more getting those out of habit than anything anymore. But yeah, and that's no big releases from Shop Disney this year. I mean, the Ahsoka blades, or hilts, I suppose, were interesting if you collect the hilts. But that's an expensive collection to get into. I already collect Lego. I don't need to be getting into $100 lightsaber hilts on top of that. But I hope you found any of this interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching. Next week, I don't want to guarantee, but my intention is to do the Pirates of the Caribbean Mickey Mouse The Main Attraction stuff, which, again, as of yesterday, is largely still available. The ears, the backpack, the plush. I'm not unhappy with that. Yes, I was there at 7 a.m. to purchase these items and rushed through and stressed to make sure I got all the things I wanted. But the fact that it's still available, I don't feel sore about at all. I'm glad for that. I'm glad that more people get the opportunity to buy these things this year, and it's not, at least so far, the complete excrement show that Minnie Mouse The Main Attraction was. But anyways, I already did the outro, and I'm ranting already, so thank you. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.